We are a weekly podcast, Soul of a Gamer.
Hey, I'm smart this time. I did it this time.
Let's not go that far, okay?
I won't fuck it up again.
I love pressing that button. That was my favorite button. Yes.
It's definitely.
This game gets really fucking weird.
Yeah, so you do acid and then you go into the hamster shit.
And this week is
Night Trap.
Night Trap.
They're right behind you. Night Trap. 10-year-old birthday party. Next scene, kill the kid.
You got to kill the kid. Sha-la-la-la-la-la, car is coming. Throw your body into the car and die. All I could do every time I was playing Ethan was just would start walking around and go, Jason!
Oh, God.
It's just... She's a maniac on the floor. And she's dancing like she never danced before.
I want water to spray over me right now.
Right, I love Flashdance. It's such a dumb movie, but it's so much fun.
One I need to rewatch because I've only seen bits and parts of it when I was younger.
No.
I need
Yeah.
to rewatch it.
You're not going to be impressed. It's really bad, but it's funny.
But I love really bad. You know this, so I could really enjoy it. So I don't
Just
know.
the montage scenes, like just a steel town girl on a Saturday night, looking for the fight of her life. I think he says fight of her life instead of thrill.
Something like that. I don't remember.
Yeah, it's so it's not a good movie, but it's just kind of fun. And she's like a construction worker too, which is even
Yeah.
fucking funnier. Like it's just stupid.
The other thing I want to rewatch that I keep hearing about, and I actually heard, I think it was Method Man even recently on an interview was talking about. I really want to watch Grease 2 again because
Interesting. I love Method Man. That guy's
Method Man was talking
fucking
about how it's actually one of the
hilarious.
most underappreciated and probably better than the original Grease, actually. And he's like,
Is
this
Travolta
movie
in it?
was so good. No, John Travolta's not in it at all.
Good, then that'll
It's
make
Michelle
it a lot
Pfeiffer
better.
and I can't remember the guy's name. It's like Max Coolwell or something like that.
Max
but
Coolwell, my favorite actor.
that's probably completely wrong, but I know Michelle Pfeiffer is the lead in it,
All right.
and it's got the song "Cool Rider" in it that everyone loved, and like he was.
I don't watch Grease. I don't watch crap.
I mean, fair, but I kind of want to watch that one because I keep hearing a lot of people talk about it and hearing Method Man being like, this actually was like a fire movie and so underrated. It was so funny. to me.
Probably high with while getting his dick sucked.
Not during the interview, at least. He might have been high, but he wasn't getting his dick sucked from what I saw.
All right. All right, guys. Well, welcome back. Should probably say who we are. I'm Scott.
Yeah, and I'm Steven.
And we are Soul of a Gamer podcast. Each week we either do a hot take or we play a game. And this week we're doing a hot take.
Yes. And this
So-
one's a fun hot take.
Yeah, it's actually pretty cool. We're going to be talking about character creation in games as well as...
Good and bad choices in games and playthroughs.
Yep. And then, this is pretty much a staple of games since probably the late 90s, right?
I mean, yeah. I mean, it's...
Like, I'm trying to think when the first... Because the first RPGs where you had more choice of who you are and how you play, it's probably late 90s, because I think before that it was just kind of forced on you that you're the hero or you're the villain and you're fighting the other.
I think there was some obscure ones, but they were like few and far between, and they were really complex. So
Yeah.
I think like because there was a lot of like those story-based ones where you actually had to like type in your answers and stuff, where I think those had more creative freedom, like the ones you
Yeah,
actually
but
had to
those
write.
had selective answers that you could
Yes, yeah.
do, and also it's more selective than what we have playing games
Oh,
today,
yeah,
or even what we
100%.
had in the early 2000s, I would say.
Yeah.
Like it would say move forward, you can move forward, move left, move right, or go backwards, and those are your choices. There isn't like scout the area, there isn't like check under a tree. Like there's none
Yeah.
of that shit. You're not doing anything really like adventurous in those games. You're just typing in shit and then you're like, you found a dragon by moving forward. Hey.
I mean, true, but
Yeah.
So I guess we're gonna start with the good and evil playthroughs then, or
Sure, let's start with good and evil.
all right.
So, it's weird with good and evil, guys, because we all want to be like the good guy all the time, right? We all want
I
to
don't
be
say
that dude.
everyone is. There are some people that I know that are just always choosing the evil versions.
I know that's true, but I think a lot of people start with the good, and then
I
as
agree.
soon as they learn mechanics, that's when they start getting fucked up and doing the fucked
Yeah.
up shit, I have a buddy who we used to love Fable 1. Fable 1 was such a fun game, and you can kind
Oh
of
yeah,
play
yeah,
that game any way you want. You can play it as a good guy, you can play it as a bad guy, you can play it as perfectly neutral. Like, you don't have to, and you could do both. You could play it as good and bad at the same time. In most games,
true.
you can, right?
Yeah.
Uh, but we had played it millions of times, and finally he's like, I'm just gonna go fucking berserk. And he goes in, and every town he enters, he kills everyone in the town
Yep.
immediately. The problem with the game, though, it does repopulate the towns.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he kills everyone in the town. He's like, fine, if they're gonna do that, I'm gonna buy all the properties and raise the rent like a shit ton. So he kills everyone, buys all the properties, and in one town, it's Bowerstone, you can't actually bring your weapons in.
Okay.
So the way around this is you make characters follow you.
Ah.
Yep.
And kill 'em
And
outside
you
of
bring
town.
them outside town. And he did this, and he's like, I don't understand why none of the buildings are going up for sale. And then, like 30 minutes later, he's like, fuck, I have to kill the children.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
So he brought them all outside and killed them all. But like, that's a choice you
Pied
can make
Piper
in
the
that
children
game.
even? Oh.
And in most games, like you'd be in Skyrim, I believe, you can just completely wipe out an entire fucking village if you want
Oh,
to.
one of my favorite things to do in that, especially when they had the werewolf and vampire DLC, was turn into a
Mhm.
werewolf, ravage a town, and then turn back into a human, and then walk in and be like, "Oh my god, you guys were attacked by werewolves! So crazy!"
Hire me to take care of him.
All right.
And I don't know. It's weird with good and bad playthroughs too, because you almost feel bad about doing shit sometimes.
I
Like,
know for me, like I always feel extremely bad when playing evil playthroughs. But
mhm.
also for me, like obviously first time for me every time is the good playthrough. And I try to play the best character that I can be, the ultimate true hero. But also like a
Super
lot of
duper.
true and canon endings are based on the best and goodest ending of the game. And
Best
so
and
like a lot of
goodest.
times that's what I
Good
go
good
for.
word.
But also I really think playing evil when you know what's going to happen and when you know all the hidden mechanics and all the
Mhm.
secrets makes your evil playthrough that much better because then you actually are like a villain who's lived in the world. You are a villain who knows these characters intrinsically. You do
Yeah.
know their weaknesses. So when you play evil, you can play even more evil than you would have been able to just playing it blind evil. I think evil on a third playthrough is the way to go. Second or third
Yeah.
playthrough.
My favorite is in Knights of the Old Republic, you'll have random beggars come up to you and be like, please, can you help me? My child is sick. And you can be like, fuck off, bitch. Get out of here. Actually, here, let me do you a favor. And you kill the
Oh
person. You're like,
no.
now your child will die of hunger, bitch. You know, like, you can
So bad.
really, yeah. And it's like you feel bad, but after your 50th playthrough, you're like, I've helped you 49 times and you keep coming
Yeah.
back. So
Like I don't think it was until my third or fourth playthrough of Baldur's Gate that I decided to go the evil
like
playthrough
full
and I actually
on
did the Dark Urge character. And
nice.
it was even darker than I thought it was going to be because they like minor spoilers for that. They make you kill off the elvish bard or the not the elvish bard, the
The tiefling bard.
tiefling bard.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I love her.
Yeah. Well, they fucking trick you in the game into being as evil as you can be. They actually have her come up to you and be like, "Hey, I want to join your party," and you get to actually have her join your party as a member, which you can't do in the normal game. Is you
Yeah.
only can do it in the Dark Urge. So I was like, "Oh shit, you get as a party member. This is gonna be
You
so
finally get a
cool."
bard.
And then you go to sleep and you wake up and you're covered in her blood and she's in front of you and you've been clawing at her stomach and you pulled out her intestines and you're just like,
Oh my
"Oh
god.
shit.
Oh my god, that's
What the fuck did I
terrifying.
just do?" And then you have to sit there and you have to think. You have a little bit of time and you have a couple of things to do. It's like, do you want to wash your hands and hide the body and not tell your crew about it? Do you want to leave the body out there and be like, "I don't know what happened," which is what I ended up doing because I didn't know what the fuck to do. Like Asterion woke up, was like, "Oh my god, why is she dead?" And I'm like, "I don't know, but my hands are clean.
Oh,
See, I washed my
Asterian's
hands."
coming at you like, "Oh, hey, what did you do, guy?" Like
Or
that
yeah,
fucking asshole.
whoever it was. But I'm just like, but it was like it threw me so out of the loop because I wasn't expecting something so evil. And then
Yeah.
you had this like little demon butler appear and give you a prize for committing your first murder. And then you're like, "Oh wait, I get prizes for murdering?
Okay, well,
Maybe
maybe I'll
we're
do it more often. You get to
but
murder any of your party members?
oh, you can murder everyone.
Well, like randomly, like just
You
You
don't
get an
do that again. Like, you don't have a murder spree in your sleep, but you
that's just
also
the start of it.
I think you can depending on, like, what choices you make, but I was trying to, figure out what was happening in my brain, but I think if you just, like, let it happen, it can just keep happening. I don't know for
Okay.
sure, but I know it's a thing that you actually have to, like, mentally fight against and mentally, like, fight the urge or give in to the urge. And
Okay.
then you find out what your true connection is to the world later in the game, and you're like, "This makes so much sense. This is fucking crazy." And it integrates that character into the story in a way that you didn't expect because you've never seen this character or this side of the
Yeah.
story before.
Alright, maybe I give that a try next playthrough. That
It's
might be
fucking
fun.
good, dude. It's fun.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's like, all these games, when you have this choice to be good or evil, it's so fucking interesting to choose the evil path because 'cause you're almost like, "Is this the right thing to do? Is it the right thing to kill an entire town? Is it the right thing
No.
that someone's going to, like, ask you for help?" And it's like, well, is it really the wrong thing either? What if, like, you decide not to kill the whole town, you help a little bit, you leave, and the next day bandits come in and kill the whole town? So everything you
I
did was
mean,
for fucking naught, right? Like,
yeah.
what's the point? Like, what's the point in helping them? What's the point in not killing them? You might as well do it if it's gonna be like bandits tomorrow.
It's just the self-guilt and the like,
Yeah.
emotional damage that
Yeah.
you take when doing like, for me, every time I do something, like, intrinsically evil, like, especially if I care about the characters, like,
Yeah.
it feels wrong, it feels bad, but
Like,
then,
you
like,
rescue
there's
Shadowheart because she's like, you like
yeah.
her a lot, and you're like, "I need to rescue this person no matter what."
Exactly. But if you were, like, forced to kill someone, like, you actually cared about, like, if you had to play Abby and was forced to actually kill Joel, like, I don't know if I
Yeah.
would actually enjoy that, like, I already hated that moment, I don't know if I would
Well,
like it
that
if
would
they
be the
forced me.
best moment in a game for me. I'd be like, yeah, fuck Joel."
We're not gonna Andrew Ryan this shit. Would you kindly beat me with this club?
"Yeah, sure, I'm on it, dude." Um, yeah, it's, like, even the good playthroughs, it's kinda weird just making those choices instinctively, right? Like,
Mhm.
when you think about it, when you jump into a game, like I said, you were immediately like, "I'm gonna be the hero," because that's what we've kind of been trained to do with games. We're
Yeah.
always the heroes in some way, shape, or form. So, generally, when you start a first playthrough of a game that you have the option to be evil, most people choose to be good. And you'll get those outliers who are like, "I wanna fuck up shit in the
Wanna watch the
real
world
world, so I'll fuck
burn.
up in the virtual world first."
Mhm.
But most of us try to be good on that first playthrough, which I think is even more interesting because, like, why isn't it just a 50-50 choice at the beginning? Why do we weigh so heavily towards a good fucking playthrough to start a game, you know?
I think it's just because of the dopamine hits. Everything feels good with a good
Yeah,
playthrough.
that's
Saving
true.
people
That's
always
true.
feels good. Hearing
So,
praise always feels good.
yeah, and they will praise the fuck out of you too, which is crazy.
Exactly. And so, like, being the hero, you intrinsically get everyone focused on you, everyone's praising you, everyone's building you up the entire time. Whereas if people are like screaming and being in terrifying of you, like, there is ways to enjoy that, but it's a little bit more demented and it's not normal. It's not
Yeah.
like the average, like, normal dopamine hits that you get from just being like, "You're the best. You're right. I am the best. You see
You're
how much I
right. I'm
fucking kicked that
so
guy's ass?
cool.
Like, oh, I'm the shit.
I'm the coolest guy in the
I'm the Mac
world,
Daddy of
actually.
Ma, bitch."
Just don't say I'm the Mac Daddy.
I don't know,
The
but I mean,
MACDADDY, right? Doesn't he spell out his name every time he fucking raps?
I think so. Yeah, yeah, yeah,
It's Daddy Mac and Mac Daddy, I think, and
yeah.
fucking crisscross. Yeah, I mean, it's just I always think it's interesting when I jump into a game and I'm like, "Oh shit, I have the choice to kill this guy. Fuck, am I
Hmm.
gonna do it?" Like, I never know if it's like a good or and that's even worse, like, in some of these games. You don't know if you're making a good or bad choice sometimes.
That's the hard things. I hate
Yeah,
those when, like, you really don't intrinsically know if this choice is going to be a good choice or a bad choice.
yeah, like,
Which
it's
is why I love
amazing.
games like Little Misfortune because, like, so many of the choices that you would normally make, like, "Oh, I'm just gonna play fetch with this dog. It's gonna be cute and it's gonna be fun." And then you hit the tree and the branch falls and kills the dog, and you're like, "Oh, that
Yeah.
was the wrong choice. How was playing
I
with the
made
dog
the
the wrong
wrong
choice?"
choice. Yeah, it's just yeah, and that's more interesting to me than the obvious good and bad, like, let's save the town or don't save the town, like, yes, it's
Yeah.
obvious, yes, it's nice to know, but also more interesting when you have no fucking clue because you could have saved the town of cannibals, right? You have no
Mhm.
fucking idea, sometimes playing some of these games, just like in Fallout. Fallout is very much like that, where
Yeah.
there's really no good or bad way to play Fallout. You can say that if you kill this entire town, that's bad, but there are people in that town who are complete pieces of human trash, and you actually saved a few people, then you're being good, right?
Yeah. Well, and
Right?
I think that's honestly a lot of times my favorite types of games are the games that are kind of more ambiguous, or you can kind of toe that line. Like you can be
Yeah,
evil to evil people, but you can be like you're the anti-hero kind of thing, like the venom of it all. Like
yeah,
I wanna save the day, but I want to be ruthless about it. I want to fucking ruin that bitch's life who
yeah.
decided I'm going to make it my life to ruin bitches' lives. Now I'm gonna do the same to you, and I'm gonna torture the fuck out of you, and I'm gonna enjoy it because I'm the hero, bitch.
You know,
and
and
it's
what I like even better, and some of these are less obvious, right?
yeah.
So if you've ever played Star Wars Jedi Academy, it's a really
Okay.
fun game. It's cool. They have a choice you make, but it's only one.
Okay.
So all throughout the game, you make good choices and bad choices. Like the character just does it, and you don't
Mhm.
control it at all. And you can tell like anger's building in the character. So by the time you come to this choice, it's really hard to make the right choice. Like it's
Yeah.
really fucking hard because you're like, well, this guy's a fucking asshole and he fucking did this and he fucking hurt these people and he's a fucking
Yeah.
prick, but he's saying he's sorry. It's just like,
Why do you say
well,
he's
he said he's sorry and he said he's gonna change. Like, what the fuck do I do here? Like, do I give in to my hate and I
Yeah.
fucking kill him? Because why the fuck not? He's the fucking bad guy at this point. If I kill him, I'm the good guy still. Like,
Well, and it's weird also too with games like BioShock because in BioShock it was actually more advantageous to do the bad things with harvesting the little sisters.
yeah, yeah,
But
true.
saving them, you got less Adam, you got less powers, you got less stuff. So
Yep.
you made the game harder doing the good choices. So there are games where it's
But
actually
you
like
had more support by the end of the game, I think, right?
yes,
So
but you didn't know that
there's,
until you got to
yeah.
the end of the game too.
So like there is a plus side and a minus side to all these choices too. And
Yeah.
like to me, the most obvious ones are always the Star Wars games because they're the easiest ones to see like that
Oh
very,
yeah.
very intrinsic line of good and evil.
Yeah.
But they do such a good job in the Star Wars games of towing that line really well. Like when I play
Yeah,
Knights of the Old Republic,
for
there's a
sure.
point where you can kill a prisoner. He's a dude who's
Mhm.
he's killed so many people. He's killed like hundreds. So you can torture him first and then kill him, right?
Mhm.
Or you can use like a serum to get the information out and then just leave him alone.
Yeah.
And he's a bad guy. Like he is a bad
Yeah.
guy. And at the end of it, you have the choice to force choke him or not. And you're like, well, he's a fucking bad guy. Like, why not? But you get
Yeah.
bad side points for that because you murdered someone. I'm like, he's going to go out there and kill more people. What do you mean I'm bad? I'm like,
Right?
it's
Yeah.
just it's a line that gets towed a lot in Star Wars games, and I think that's the coolest part about those games because you really do have to make choices based on emotion. And that's
You
all that
do.
is. It's all emotional choices. Whereas in
Yeah.
like games like Baldur's Gate, you're not really basing it off emotion. They kind of give you a very clear line of this is good, this is bad. Good luck choosing which one you like to play better. There is no emotion behind it really.
I would say there is, like, even with letting, like, Asterion ascend or not
Yeah.
ascend, like, letting him be able to experience sunlight again, like, he has to do an evil thing, and he has to sap all of the vampirelings'
Yeah.
energy and the 7 other, spawns or whatever as well, like, he has to kill everybody else in that building to be able to ascend,
I
but you're
mean,
giving him the freedom because
they're
he's
all
like, "You're."
basically dead in there.
I know,
I
but,
would
like,
say that actually
the
technically I would call that the good ending, like letting him ascend because
no, the
you're
good ending
yeah, I
is,
know, but you're
yeah.
freeing them of their vampiric bonds, which I think none of them want to be vampires anyway.
Yes, but also a lot of them were forced to be vampires and forced away from their families, so letting
Yeah,
them
yeah,
live in the
true.
Underdark, where they can actually still have people come visit them and just fight their urges to feed, is a lot better, where they can actually just have a good and, like, the Monster Hunter group, if you're be from friends with their
Yeah, yeah,
factions, they'll
Gur.
actually monitor
Yeah.
them and help them out and help that town thrive.
And
It's
that's true, but at the same time, you were just saying how it would be nice if Asterion could see the sun again,
That's what I'm saying, though, but that's
but
one of those
none
things
of
that's
the
like,
other
you have to do
vampires
something
do.
super evil to
Yeah.
get something good, and it's got a
Again, I
very
think
emotional response.
I bet that's the best thing of towing the line right there because really, you're right. It is evil to kill 7,000 people, but are you killing them you're letting them live knowing they're never gonna live the same again,
Yes.
right? Like, that is a
Yes.
huge toe of the line. You're like, "Fuck, well, if I did kill them, it's kind of better because then they could at least die."
Yeah.
Like, they
Well, and if
the
they don't die, or if they do start feeding and they can't fight the urge, then they're gonna create more and more vampires, which could
yeah,
make a
or they're
vampire
gonna get
epidemic.
killed by
So it's
another
like
person who's like, "I don't want a
I could have
vampire near
start the
me."
plague just by saying
Yeah.
you're free, but I could also not let my friend ever see the sun again, or you
Yeah.
ever see the sun again. Like
That is a big toe of the line moment, but Baldur's Gate does have a lot of, like, this is clearly evil, this is clearly good, you know?
yeah,
Siding with
yeah,
Gortash is clearly not a good choice.
true. Yeah,
So, you know, games will do that too. They'll have a lot of really clear, like, "Fuck this, fuck that, I'll do this, you do that," kind of things. But again, I think Star Wars is the best, and Fallout, I will say, is pretty good too. Very big toe of the line. You have no idea what your actions are actually gonna
hmm
do in 20 minutes, like
yeah.
it's really fucking interesting, and it's like it's always like from a place of I was trying to make the world better by killing these 20,000 people, and it did not fucking work.
Well, like another good example of a bad and evil choice, or good and evil choice at the end of a game, was in Far Cry 3, when you get the choice to either like leave with your friends and just live a normal life again, or kill all your friends and your girlfriend and then become Citra's like sex bitch, basically.
Well, no, not even. You kill all your friends and your girlfriend, you become a sex bitch for all of 2 days, and then you get murdered yourself.
Yes. But I mean, like, that's also like one of those things, but like at the end of that playthrough, you're such a different person. You've
Yeah.
become this mass murderer. You've doing all this shit. Like you've totally become enthralled with Sentra. You've got all these tattoos, all these mystical powers. You're doing all this
Mhm.
crazy shit. And then it's like your girlfriend was like from your past life was like, hey, let's go back. And you're like, how the fuck do I go back after
I just killed
this?
100,000 people. What do you mean go
Like I'm
back?
not going. Like, I can't be a normal citizen after this. Like,
Yeah, it's
and it
true.
almost makes sense for the actual storyline, the way it would play out for him to just honestly probably kill his friends, as depressing as that ending is,
Yeah,
kill his
yeah,
friends and stay with Citra.
and then
But
die.
it feels almost like really weird going the opposite way and just like leaving. But also like that's the thing in every Far Cry game, you can just like leave at any point.
Yeah.
Like so many of the games has the way to just leave and not fight the regime or not fight the bad guys. You just like in Far Cry 6, you can just take a boat after you get through the tutorial island and just drive off to like towards Miami. And then you just like it goes to an end credit scene where she's on the beach in Miami just drinking and having a good time, and the whole thing in Mexico just happens and you didn't do anything.
You're like, "Yeah, fuck this place. I hate it here."
But yeah, it's crazy.
I
Or
mean, and you know,
yeah.
guys, I really do wanna ask a question. If you were to start a playthrough of a game, you're going in blind, how many of you would default to the good, and how many of you would default to the bad?
Yes, please.
Like, really, like and think about it too. Would you go in and play the bad after knowing everything that happens? Because that's usually what I feel like people do is they, we
Yeah.
talked about it. We play the game, we get to know the characters, and then we play the bad to see the other side of the characters. But I
Yeah.
do understand some people will go in playing that fucking bad, and I'm curious on the scope of this. How many would play good first, then how many would play bad next? Like, and or
Fair.
bad first, you
Yeah.
know? And then would you swap that? Would you go in after playing that way you played the first time and swap it to the other way?
But yeah, because I know there's other people that only play good playthroughs
Yeah.
as well, and they will not play an evil playthrough.
Yeah.
And it
Yeah.
really
I
like
mean,
there's a lot of achievements that are even tied. So it's like if you're a game hunter but you only like good playthroughs, do you play that evil playthrough just to get the achievement, or do
yeah.
you just like say fuck it, I'm not gonna get all the achievements for this game because I will never do an evil playthrough?
That's fair. I mean, what's funny is when I played Knights of the Old Republic, I didn't play an evil playthrough probably until my 8th or ninth playthrough. Yeah, it took me
Dang.
a while because it's hard because you're like, well, I don't want to, because in there you have to kill Juhani and you have to kill Jolie Bindo, and it's like
Yeah,
really fucking hard to kill people you've been traveling with the entire fucking game like that, and
that's
then you have to
fair.
kill Mission, and then you have to kill Zalbar, like you have no
Yeah.
like, or like even more fucked up, you could make Zalbar kill Mission, and then if you bring him along onto the Starforge, he'll try to attack you because he's like, "No, you made me do something horrendous," and then you
Oh,
kill him. Then and you're like, "Yeah, fuck you, bitch."
damn.
like, and that's pretty fucked up, and that was hard to get through. Like honestly, that was
Yeah.
really hard. And then after that, if you're playing a female character, you could say, "No, no, just kidding. I'm a good guy now."
Well, I think that is true too. Like playing, because also going back to his Baldur's Gate, like getting different romances, like playing the evil playthrough, I
Yeah.
got to interact with Benthara and actually got her to join the group. But to get her to join the group, you have to destroy all the druids.
No, you do not.
Well, that was originally what it was
Yeah,
or
yeah.
whatever.
I don't
Yeah.
know. You can have her join in Act 2 if you just don't kill her.
Oh, okay.
If you knock her out, just knock her out and kill
Well,
everyone
you
else in
can
the
get her
goblin camp.
sooner and you can
Yeah.
sleep with her faster if you kill all the tieflings and the druids in the grove.
Well, literally, as soon as she joins your party, she's like, "Hey, you want to fuck?" Like,
Yeah,
she's
she's
just
like
like,
Lizelle. She's
she's
like,
ready. She's like, "Yeah, yeah, I'm ready for it, dude. Let's go. I think you're strong."
Yeah. But I mean, like, even having different interactions is really cool. And I like the games that really like take those things and like really go with it to different
Yeah,
directions. Because I know people talk about like Bioshock Infinite not having enough differences between the good and evil choices, and the good and evil choices don't make any difference in the game, really.
yeah. You almost want the choices to affect the playthrough.
Well, you definitely do. Yeah.
Yeah, and if they don't, then you feel like, well, what's the point in making the fucking evil choice?
Yeah, for sure.
You know, you might
But
as
yeah,
well make every good choice because if the playthrough doesn't get affected, who cares? Like, all,
fair.
all it is a momentary, like, ha, I killed that guy. All right, back on to the main mission where we save the world.
Right.
So, all right, you want to move on to our next
Yeah.
topic
Yeah.
of
So
conversation?
character creation, we're going to do male and female choices and just other character creation kind of topics. Just kind of talking about the characters we like to build, what we normally play as, if we play male or female every time, like kind of
Yeah.
those things.
You know, I will say I make a male character first, and then after a playthrough or two, then I'll make a female character just to see the difference.
That's interesting. I always do female. I
Always
hardly
female.
ever do male characters.
Yeah, I mean that's fine. Like you'll get a very different reaction from doing a female character. What I kind of want them to do, like this would be a cool game, and it sounds stupid, but it would be an interesting game. Make a game that's like kind of backwater, like men rule everything and are normally cool, and then make a female character and just watch how nobody wants to listen to you.
Oh,
Right?
interesting.
Wouldn't that be interesting? Like you're like if you're in the old west and you're like, I'm here to fight the bad guys, and they're like, "All right, little lass, sit your fucking ass down and get out of here."
Not to make a joke of this or poke fun at this, but it's kind of like in the South Park game when the difficulty meter is making your character black or
Yeah,
white.
yeah,
The
yeah.
whiter
Well, I
he
mean,
is,
but
the
yeah,
easier the game is. The the darker you are, the harder the game is, and it's so
yeah.
fucked up. But it's also like it's
It's
true. And
true. It's
in a
true.
racist world, you have
Yeah,
to deal with a lot more shit, and people aren't going to listen to you, and you're going to have to deal with a lot more bullies and all this other stuff. So like
yeah,
even in the South Park world, they poked fun at it, and it's kind of what you're saying with the female thing. Like,
yeah, yeah.
if you had a female character that basically put
The
the game on hard
difficulties to
mode,
fight. Yeah,
like,
yeah. It honestly, it would be an interesting concept if people followed that. They don't. They
yeah,
usually say, "Well, no, it's a 50-50," and we absolutely know it's not. But
yeah,
it's always interesting to me just to play a female after playing a male because you will get different interactions from certain people.
true,
Like, and
yeah,
that's fucking cool. That's like the coolest thing
yeah,
in the world. The only time you don't really is I don't think Fallout really matters.
yeah. There's games like that where it's just like the dialogue's
Yeah.
just so
Even
intrinsically like that's going to be the dialogue no matter what.
yeah. Skyrim, like
Um,
all the Elder Scroll
yeah.
games, pretty much the same. You don't really get different dialogue based
A
on
lot
if
of
you're
the
male or
first
female.
person games,
Yeah.
like I know you can play some of those third person, but I get a lot of those like first person games, like where you're the character. You don't actually like use your looks. Like no one ever treats you differently for being a cat person in any
Yeah.
of the towns.
Even though they should, because
They should,
Khajiits
yeah.
and yeah.
But
Like it's just
yeah.
interesting with that, honestly. It's
Yeah.
very but games like Knights of the Old Republic, it actually gets more interesting because they again, like, you could be a female character. You
Mhm.
could play the entire game evil. You could fuck shit up. You could kill Zalbar, kill Jolie, kill Juhani, kill Mission, go
Mhm.
up there, blow shit up, and at the end, Karth will be like, "But hold on, you're beautiful, and I
I
love
want
you.
you. Yeah.
Why don't you come back to the good side so we could be boyfriend girlfriend, huh? Okay." And you can actually make the choice to go good guy based on that. Isn't that
Damn.
stupid?
That's so ridiculous.
It is. After you
Yeah.
murdered a million people up to that point, you're like, no, 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 I'm a good guy now.
So let me go ahead and tell you what my reasons are for picking female most of the time. So a lot of times for me, I think voice quality is and voice acting is just better.
Yeah,
Things like
true.
Mass Effect, I think Jennifer Hale has definitely a better voice acting role than the male Shepard does, and a lot
Yeah,
of people
that's
agree with that
another game though
sentiment.
that doesn't really have a difference between if you choose male or female.
Yes, but the big difference is the voice acting there.
Yeah.
Like the game doesn't change, but the voice acting
Oh, I mean,
does.
the
And
male voice actor in that game is just fucking awful. So
yeah. Well, and Jennifer
really,
Hale's just
that
got
is
such a
the
beautiful
reason.
voice that's just fun to listen to and soothing to
Yeah.
the ears. Like if I'm gonna listen to and that's the other thing for me, is a lot of times just the voices. Like Jennifer English, we were talking about
Oh
Shadowheart.
my
She's
god.
also in Claire Obscure, and god damn, her voice is just so beautiful. Like I love hearing it. Like I could
Yeah.
just listen to her speak all day long. If I had a choice to be her voice every time or her character every time, I would. Like if she's in a choice in a game, I'm picking her. Like it's not even a
Dude,
question.
I dated a girl way long ago, clearly long ago, but
Yeah.
I dated a girl who had just the fucking sexiest voice in the world. Like, and I told her, I'm like, dude, that voice is fucking on fire. You say
Mhm.
anything to me, and I'm gonna be like, okay, okay. Hey, let's go murder
Yeah.
15 people. Okay.
Okay. If you want to,
Can
I
you
mean,
say
I'll
it
do
again?
whatever you ask. Yeah.
Yeah. A
For
voice
me, that
really
voice
does
was
do a lot.
I think her name's Sophia Bush. She was in the One Tree Hill show. Oh my
Yeah.
gosh, she's got this like old school like raspy voice, and it
Oh my
just
god. That
eh,
sounds terrible. Like a
it's
smoker,
so
like,
good.
hey, darling.
Not bad. It's not the girl
Would you
from
like
Monsters
some
Inc.
coffee
Ross.
with your pancakes tonight? I'm watching you, Wazowski. Yeah, exactly.
watching.
That's exactly what it is. That's when you say a raspy voice, that's what I
No,
think
I
of.
mean that like elegant rasp, that
Yeah,
like
yeah, I know what you're
old school
talking about.
rocker chick that you're
Like,
like, oh, you sound badass, and I want you.
what's her name? I don't know. I don't think she has a raspy voice, but I do think of her whenever I think of it. It's the one Hawkeye's wife,
Oh,
Laura.
Laura Cardellini
Yeah,
or Linda
no,
Cardellini?
Linda Cardellini. Yeah,
Yeah,
like whenever I hear her talk,
Velma.
I'm like, oh, you have actually a really fucking nice voice, and it's a
I
little
do
bit
like her
raspy.
voice.
Like stuff like that is really cool. And I know we're really talking about voices in this, but that does matter in a game, honestly. I'm like,
Yeah,
we have to hear that voice the most because that is the voice that is talking whenever we make a dialogue choice. You
true.
know?
And the other thing is too, my cheeky point. If I'm gonna be staring at an ass for 60 hours, I want to stare at an ass I appreciate and an
Well,
ass that
I
I can
mean,
really want.
that's because you are a psychopath. How
I'm a
dare
little
you?
perverted sometimes. It's okay.
Some guys have nice asses. Fuck you.
A lot of guys have nice asses.
Yeah,
I'm not
so fuck you.
diminishing nice guys'
You
asses.
clearly are.
No, I'm just saying I prefer to look at a woman's ass. I will.
All right.
I'm totally fine looking at a man's ass. I can tell you my top 5
You're
man
like,
asses
that is
probably off
a
the top of my head.
nice ass.
Yeah. We talk about how much we
Gotta
both
have a-
fell in love with the same guy on Dream Daddy, and we both
Yeah.
fawned over him. Like we have no problem
But
with
he had a
our
bubbly
sexual
butt too.
tendencies.
He didn't just have a muscly butt. It was a little bubbly, which gives it a little bit more class, in my opinion.
He had the dad bod, but also the arms that support the strength.
Perfect guy.
The perfect.
But other things about character creation that I think are interesting, like how far do you get into it?
Oh, dude, I spent hours on a good creator. Like on
See,
a
and
good creator, I can
but
literally
that's
spend an hour and a half on
insane.
my
Like
first
you get your
time.
cheekbones up, you get your chin the right level,
I
you
do
get
it
your
all.
nose, you get
Yeah.
your point on your nose a little bit, you get your eyelashes in the like. To me, that's a little too much. Honestly, like I get it. I get you're trying to craft a character out of nothing, but I would prefer kind of having a preset face with very like varied options.
Well, and if I have no idea, a lot of times I'll just hit random, and then I'll kind
Yeah.
of just hit random a few times until I see something I like, and then go based off of that.
Okay.
But like, like a lot of times, like even like playing Cyberpunk 2077, because this has
Oh yeah.
some of the
That's
craziest.
that's the one where you pick your dick and tit size. So
You can pick, you can have it. You can have boobs and a penis. You can have boobs and no genitalia. You can have boobs and a giant dick or no dick or a vagina.
yeah,
and you get
you
different
literally
kinds of
pick the
vaginas.
sizes though. That's the craziest part to me.
Oh yeah, you get to pick everything. It's kind of crazy what you can do, and it was really funny,
Yeah.
like playing through like character creator, and I was like, my wife's watching me, and I was like, oh, what do you think about these boobs? Oh, what do you think about these boobs? Oh, what do you think about this? Oh,
Oh.
what about this hair? Oh, what about this tattoo on her lower
What
back?
about
Oh, what
this
about this?
penis? What about this tail with a penis at the
Well,
end?
and we did. We went through like the genitalia, and we are like, oh my god, oh, that's a monster fucking dick. Could you imagine playing with those tits and that dick? And we were like, it's fun, but like,
your center of gravity is way fucking off right now.
Yeah, you're leaning forward at all times. You have too much fat in the front.
I mean, I'm just saying some of it's a little bit too much. Like, does it really matter your penis size in a game? Do
If you're
characters
using it and you
respond
get to
to it?
see it, then yeah, it matters. But if you're not
Do,
using it, then no.
all right, but did the characters respond to it? Do they actually say, I've never played Cyberpunk 2027 or whatever,
I've only played a
2077?
little bit of it when it first came out, and it was having a lot of those bugs and issues. So I was waiting for it to get patched, and I just haven't gone back to it yet.
Yeah, that's the
Gonna
same with
do that
me. Like, I
soon.
really want to go back and try it patched up.
I put it on our list. We're gonna be playing it in the next upcoming weeks, like I think
Okay.
in a month or two or something.
Okay.
But yeah, I really want to get back into that. But like, I get really in depth. Depends on like the character creations. Like some of them, I actually like build characters based off of certain things. Like when I played Dark Souls 3, like on my sixth playthrough or whatever, I've tried making it really fun, and I got really into anime at that same time. So I made a Sasuke character because you can do this dexterity pyromancer build. So I was
Yeah.
having the katana in one hand and the flame in the other hand, and I was doing this super fast build with all these different pyromancies and electrical abilities and fire abilities, and he was just a fast character, and I made him look like Sasuke even with the black hair and the robes, and I tried to make his armor and stuff match it too, even if the armor didn't match the stats that I wanted. I tried to
Yeah.
make the look the part.
Yeah, I see a lot of people do that. They'll be like, "This is my Super Saiyan build," and I'm like, "Okay."
Yeah.
Well, you know what? It would be a cool one doing a Kuwabara from Yu Yu Hakusho.
Yeah, that would be
Yeah,
cool.
that would be cool. Just like an energy sword
One
and like
one
in
that
the
you would
stupid blue
appreciate.
outfit.
Yeah, one that you would appreciate that I saw was in Elden Ring. Someone did a Rocky build, and
Yeah, I've
what
seen
they
it. I've
did
seen
for
it.
boxing
Yeah,
gloves, they had this like pot
yeah,
weapon that you cover your hands with, and they used that as the boxing gloves, and they just walked around shirtless and just boom, boom, boom. And I was
yeah.
like, that's fucking awesome.
And then they're just like, "New entrant." I know he says a lot more in that movie, but that's what
But
everyone
yeah,
says.
I mean,
Everyone
yeah,
talks about "New entrant."
yeah, I mean, fair. Uh, the other thing for
Is
me,
it
a
fair?
good. I mean,
I
it's
don't think it
true.
is.
He
It
sounds
is
like
almost
that. It's
true.
hard not to mock it.
He doesn't exactly sound like we tend to go
We
overboard.
exaggerate
I
it. Yeah,
love
we do.
Sylvester Stallone. Sly is one of my favorite actors.
Well, he's so great.
He's such a shit actor, but he's so much fun to watch.
I don't think he's that shitty. I just think he
He's
has certain roles because, like,
yeah,
honestly, watching Rambo, like the first Rambo,
It's so
my
fucking good.
god, his acting
Even
talent
the
in that, especially
second
his
Rambo is fucking
PTSD.
amazing.
Well, both of them, yeah. I mean, yeah, but that first one, especially when he had his like PTSD moment and he's like
Yeah,
screaming at the general at the end when they like surround the building and he's talking about how they left him and they didn't care about him and he doesn't know what to do with his life. It's just like,
yeah, dude.
huh, did you live
What's
that? Like, damn, dude, that's so good.
what's the thing? It's not over. It's never over.
Yeah.
You just don't turn it off.
Yeah,
God,
yeah,
such a
that's what it
great
was.
fucking.
So
I
good.
love those movies. Stallone again, one of my favorite fucking actors. I love Over the Top. I love Demolition
Over the Top,
Man.
so
Like
fun.
those. Oh my god, it's so fucking fun. But people just hate him so much. I
I
don't
mean,
get why.
yeah, I don't know, but
I should start making Sly characters in all my character creation games.
honestly, sometimes creating some of those characters, like I remember there was this wrestling game that I used to play, and like the when I was working at the Boys and Girls Club, and the kids made like a Shrek character, or the kids made a Kung Fu Panda character, and because you can make them like really fat and change their skin
Yeah.
color to like abnormal colors and stuff, so you could make them like. I saw someone made like a Hulk character in I think Elden Ring or something at one
Okay.
point. Like you can do all sorts of crazy shit, and mods even
Yeah.
make it even crazier with the things you can
For
add
sure.
into games.
And I think one thing about character creation too is it really does open up a lot for people who like it. Like that same buddy who did the evil playthrough in Fable, he played Mass Effect Andromeda where they had a lot of utility in creating your character. Again, a lot of like moving your not just your like little parts of your skin around, like your forehead, bringing it up a
Yeah.
little bit, pushing it out a bit. He made him look like a Neanderthal, and it was just so hilarious
Oh
for him
no.
to run around and be like, "Look at my fucking character! Look how ugly he is!" Like it just like there is something to be said that people do find some enjoyment out of that. I just never
Yeah.
have. I've always been like, presets are fine. I don't give a shit what I look like.
I have way too much fun. I spend way too long. There's times where like I'll go to like start a game, like, all right, I'm gonna play this game. I'm gonna play an hour and a half, 2 hours of this game, and then I spend an hour and a half on the character creator. I'm like, fuck?
I did it. I played an hour and a half in the character
I
creator.
didn't even play any other game. I was too enthralled with the fucking
Well,
character creator.
you think of like even like other games, like we're talking about RPGs a lot with the character creator, but even
Yeah.
like in games like I can't remember. My mom played this stupid fucking game. There's all these games out there that are like buy for more stuff.
Well, yeah, you were
Like you
talking about that the
spend
other day, but I mean, like even like Tony Hawk Pro Skater, I spent time in the
yeah.
character creator for that quite a bit.
But like even in that game that my mom played, like you can create your own fucking character. You buy your hairstyles, you buy your
Yeah.
makeup, you buy like all that shit. So even in those games, there are technically some aspects of character creation, right, going on at any
Mhm.
given moment. Spending too much fucking money to do it, but
Oh, yeah.
there's aspects of that, and that's what people liked about those games. They fucking
Yeah.
love customizing their avatars. I mean, remember 360 when we first got our 360, that was one of the coolest things you could do. You make your
Make your
avatar.
avatar? Oh, fuck yeah,
Yeah.
dude. I
And that
still
was
have.
and everyone saw that. Like,
Uh-huh.
still, it's fucking fun.
And then, like, if you, like, platinum a game or something, sometimes you get an extra item or something that you could put with your avatar. It was so fucking
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, other things with the character creator that I really like too is a lot of times female characters also have more customization options. They get better hair options, they get
Yeah,
better
true.
armor options, they
Well,
get more
generally now
colors
they're
and
just sharing
varieties.
hair between the both,
Yeah.
right?
Which I
Yeah.
do like that a lot of games now are kind of just your character creator is you can open it for everything. Any hairstyle for
Yeah.
any
For
sex,
sure. Which makes
anything like
sense. Like, why
yeah,
wouldn't you be able to? Anyone can grow their fucking hair out.
exactly.
Anyone can put it into a ponytail. Like, well, why the fuck wouldn't you?
Exactly. Instead of just having that one samurai
Yeah.
ponytail cut and that's the
And
only male
it's
ponytail
only
you
for the
get.
dudes, and the females can't use it at all, and go fuck
Yeah.
yourself, or the females can't have a shaved head because why would anyone want to have a shaved head as a female?
Yeah.
Just silly shit.
Yeah, and there's sometimes there's games that have advantages to having a female character because sometimes the female characters have smaller framed bodies which have
Yeah,
smaller hitboxes. So
yeah.
sometimes also it's actually a gameplay advantage to pick the female characters in certain
Yep,
games.
and then those are in certain games, like Apex Legends. I think Wraith is one of those that has a small hitbox compared to everyone
Hmm.
else, and then,
Yeah.
like, I think, Smite, certain female characters or certain characters in general have smaller hitboxes,
Well, yeah, I
which makes
mean,
it a much more, like, viable for them to be in the game.
like Neith and Zhonghui have wildly different hitboxes because
Yeah, yeah.
Zhonghui is a
Well,
giant fat guy.
even Cupid has such a tiny hitbox
Yeah.
compared to anyone else, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
an interesting way to go about it too with female characters, like, and I guess that could be an advantage, which maybe they did that on purpose to push people to choose female characters more, maybe?
Well, and some games like Dishonored 2 actually has because in the first game you played only as the male, and then the second game you play as the same male from the first game or the female girl that he was taking care of in the first game.
Yeah,
And depending on what play you do, like if you pick the guy, you do an entire playthrough as him, and he's got his own storyline and he has the same abilities that he had in the first game. But if you pick the girl, she has a varied version of each one of the powers or different powers, even. So playing the game as her actually makes the entire game completely different and changes
which
it.
is cool.
Yeah. And especially after playing the first game, like I was like, oh, well, I've already played as him. I want to see what her powers are. Like, I want to see how she does with the
Yeah,
outsider's powers. Like, that sounds really cool. And to find out it was a complete different overhaul of powers, I'm like, this makes it so much better. I like that they actually did that, which makes the varied gameplays and replayability of the game better because now I can play as both. Like Resident Evil 2 Remake was another good one, playing as Claire or Leon, and
yeah,
then replaying the game as the other character. And they have moments where they meet, but they have totally different plays where they go to different areas, even
yep,
sometimes, or
yep,
fight Mr. X in different areas or whatever because of the timeline of the story.
yeah, which is it's super cool, but even, like, when you think about Pokemon, like, we just covered
Hmm.
Pokemon last week, and you
Yeah.
think about Pokemon and you're like, "Oh, man, when this game came out, it was popular amongst all children." Not
True.
just boys, women too. Girls,
Yes.
girls too. And, so you have boys and girls playing this game, but girls have a distinct disadvantage because maybe they want to play a character that more resembles them, and if they do,
Yeah.
they don't get that because
Hmm.
Pokemon Red and Blue did not have that.
Yeah.
So but then they quickly learn, like, oh shit, we do have a lot of young girls playing this game. Let's give the fucking option to be a girl.
Yeah.
And by Pokemon Silver Gold, there's an option. And since then, it's been an option in every single fucking game.
Well, and even in all the Pokemon games, I create my character, I buy different outfits, I
Yep.
do all that stuff,
Well,
like
the new
open
ones,
X and
yeah.
Y. I did that
Yeah,
a
the new
lot.
ones. You don't do
What?
that in the old one. You don't pick outfits in the old one.
Well, not in the old one. I'm not saying in the old
Yeah,
ones.
yeah,
I'm just
yeah,
saying
yeah,
in
yeah.
Pokemon games. We're talking about
Yeah,
all of
yeah.
them. Yeah.
And it's like and other things like too, but Steven, you mentioned like last week, like you love to do very creative names when you create your
Yeah.
fucking characters. That's another customization option we have. That's really fucking
True.
fun for us. Like that is
Yeah.
actually, we get some humor out of hearing the word bitch being spoken every once in a while. So it's like
Yeah. I mean,
that character
do you
creation
have
tool
like,
does make it fucking fun.
do you have go-to names that you pick like every time, or do you pick a different name every time? Do you kind of
N-
create a
you know,
character?
When I first started doing the character creation stuff, I didn't really I just always named myself Scott because why not? That's my
Why
name. I don't
never?
give a shit. And after a while, I'm like, well, what would a Jedi name be? And I'm like, okay, well, let's try this name. And I got Sunaka coming out. So Sunaka for a long time was my name for a lot of my
Okay.
characters. And I think that was Yu Yu Hakusho inspired. I'm not sure where I got that, but I'm sure that
Okay.
was Yu Yu Hakusho. Then I changed that to Yunaka. I'm like, oh, Yunaka's sweet. I'm gonna use that name for some of my characters.
Fair.
And that's been retired since I haven't used those names in forever. But I generally just stick with like either my name or poser now.
Okay.
With their people
I
do get a lot of fucking fun out of creating their own names and identities.
I'll sometimes use my gamer tag. I hardly ever have used Steven. Like I'll use Gooey, but I'll
Yeah,
hardly ever
or
use any.
or Mango.
I don't use Mango. But
There's a funny story, guys. One of our
yeah.
buddies had a friend who saw his gamer tag, which is Gooey Magoo, and he's like,
Mhm.
"What's a Gooey Mango?"
It
So
was like it's Magoo, not
every
Mango.
time I see him, I just go, "What's a Gooey Mango?"
So bad.
It's so funny.
It's so funny though, yeah. But yeah, no, so I've done that. Like I also just like sometimes pick a name that I really like Chloe, or like I watched
Yeah,
Ninja Assassin one weekend and I'm like, "Oh my god, the guy who plays the main character in that, his name is just Rain. No middle or last name, just Rain." I'm like, "That's
my
a
name is
fucking
Rain.
badass name. I'm going to name my
That's
character
weird that
Rain for
someone
the
named
next
him Just
4
Rain.
games ever." What?
That's weird that someone named him Just Rain.
Well, Rain.
No, 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 Just Rain. Yeah, I heard
Not
you.
just Rain, Rain. I know what you're doing there, but no. The other thing is too, I've seen this too, with character creator. There's a lot of times, like I kind of sometimes base my character creators off of my wife. Like if I'm building a female character, I build a female character that kind of resembles her, or I'll build a character that is what I would picture, like I would want to look like as a female, or like
Yeah,
in that world. Like if I was a female in that world, I'd be like, oh, this is how I would be, and this is who I'd look like. I would look like a blue pixie elf for some reason in this game or whatever, like Baldur's Gate or whatever. I'd look very much like this really cool hairstyle and very elegant makeup, and I'd have just a few tattoos, and I would do this. I wouldn't look like this. And so I try to make these like extreme characters that fit into the world and like fit into the vibes and the play style I'm wanting to play. Like if I want to build a villain, I'm gonna make a villain. Like when I played my Dark Urge character, I actually did a white dragonborn, which ended up working out perfectly. I didn't realize how perfectly it was gonna work out, but it was just so cool to have a white female, a dragonborn that was just this like menacing looking powerhouse that had these dark urges and would just kill people randomly. Like, oh no, my dragon enemy's coming out.
oh no.
Yeah.
God, now I can't remember. There's a funny video where he's like, I'm about the South Park episode with the Hardy Boys,
Okay.
where he's like, I got a raging clue in this room. I'm gonna raging clue all over this
Oh no.
place.
Oh no.
I just feel like they would be the Dark Urge character. I got a raging clue coming out of me right now.
Except for it'd be a raging murder boner.
No, they'd still call it a clue.
Sure.
I think it's the Hardy Boys. I don't remember, but
But
it's
yeah.
a fun episode.
Yeah.
Is it
Yeah.
South Park? God, now I don't remember.
I
I
have
think it
no
was. I'm
idea.
like 50% sure it's South Park, but it might be American Dad.
Okay. Like if you know, let us know.
Yeah, seriously. But yeah, for the most part, character creation I think is a really cool thing, and I think a lot of people get something different out of character creation.
Oh yeah.
Personally, I don't love it. I feel like I just want to jump into a game and start playing right away. That's why I kind of just do all preset stuff. I will do like oh, hey, if I'm gonna be an elf, I want to look handsome, so I'm gonna be a handsome elf, you know?
Fair.
But other
Yeah.
than that, I don't care. Even if I'm ugly, I'm like, oh well, I guess I'm an ugly character today. I'm still gonna get the lead love interest. It doesn't matter how good looking I am, I guess.
Well, and I always fall into the thing sometimes, like, sometimes I like an armor set so much, but, like, the stats suck, but I'm like, "I don't
Yeah.
care, this is a badass armor, and I worked hard for it, like, I'm fucking wearing the shit."
You know what would be funny is if you made an ugly character and the lead like love interest was like, I don't.
Yeah.
You're not my kind of guy. Sorry, dude.
No, I'm looking for the
That'd actually
chiseled
be pretty
jaw.
fucking funny.
Yeah.
I kind of wish they would do that. I like do an update on Baldur's Gate that if you just make your character look horrendous, they don't.
That would be honestly like,
That
it would
it'd
be
be
kind
pretty
of
fucking
fun, but
funny.
also, I feel like that's a slippery slope because as soon as you start shaming someone's body in a game, people are gonna be like, "Oh, so you feel that way about people in real life?" And I'm like, "No, no, the character in the game had that feeling about that certain thing, like weight or ugliness or whatever, or hairstyle, but I'm not saying that we have that meaning, but I know a lot of people would probably take that too harshly to have any, like, body shaming of any sort in a game."
Yeah, yeah. But oh well.
Fair. Yeah. But
Well, that's all I have on character creation. You have anything else you want to add?
that's pretty much all I have too. I guess just let us know. Do you guys like character creation? Do you not like character creation? Do you kind of do it like Scott, or do you like me? Do you go over the top and spend hours doing it? Do you typically like a male or female character? Like, tell us a couple of things of like what you guys like to do.
Yeah,
Yeah,
seriously.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Soul of a Gamer
yeah.
Podcast at gmail.com. Soul
And
of a
on
Gamer
TikTok,
Podcast. I don't know why I'm like, wait, is that right? No, that is right.
yeah,
Soul of a
Soul of a
Gamer
Gamer
Podcast at
podcast.
gmail.com or comment on the videos that I'm sure are going to be out for this. So
But yeah, for sure.
just let us know and
Love
bye.
you. Bye.